Hi, this is David Bertao with Payroll Tax Advantage. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that you will be glad that you watched this video because I'm going to show you something that almost no one knows about. There is a free government program out there that is available to employers in the United States to help you reduce your payroll tax costs, and it also helps your employees get extra job benefits. And the beautiful part is there is no net cost. Everything is paid for with the payroll tax savings that we create. So this is a way that you can save money, help your employees at the same time, and it's available to any employer in the United States as long as you have at least 3 full-time W-2 employees. So let me show you what this is, how it works, and how you can take advantage of it. So how did I get into this industry? I actually own another business called Papa Murphy's Pizza, where I signed up for this service just to save money for myself, but mostly to help my employees. My employees are minimum wage employees. I can't afford to give them extra job benefits, but this was a way I was able to get them job benefits without me having to pay for them. Not only did I not have to pay for them, I'm saving money at the same time. So it was an incredible program. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe more people don't know about it. So that's when I really started to research it and talk to other business owners and say like, hey, I'm doing this. You need to do it too. And they're like, wow, I never heard of that. So that's why I started Payroll Tax Advantage to help share this incredible program with other businesses, nonprofits, any type of employer in the United States. It's something that really everyone should do, and literally nobody knows about it yet. So it is something that you definitely need to pay attention to and take advantage of just to help your employees and help yourself at the same time. So what is it exactly that we do? We help employers sign up for this program, but it's really a set of tax codes inside of the Affordable Care Act that make this work. And there's a specific name for this program. It's called the Self-Insured Medical Reimbursement Plan, also known as SMRP. There's a couple other names for it too, but the most common name is SMRP, but that's what it stands for, Self-Insured Medical Reimbursement Plan. What are the tax codes that make this possible? There's 3 different tax codes that make this all work. The first one is a pretty standard 125 pre-tax deduction. That is things where you take your medical insurance, things like that. They all get paid for with pre-tax dollars. But what really makes this special is this 105 untaxed reimbursement. That is kind of the secret sauce that makes this all work. And then when we go to apply the payroll tax savings to pay for the wellness benefits and supplemental insurance benefits, that is a 213D medical expense allowance. So very important to know is this is completely in full compliance with the IRS, is RISA is the financial regulators, HIPAA, and the Affordable Care Act, and all federal and state laws. We're in compliance with all of them. We make sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, everything is done by the book to make sure that you are not liable for any type of unpaid payroll tax liability. So everything we do is by the book. We have hundreds of clients that have been using us. None of them have ever had any issues with the IRS, never been audited, never had any problems. So we make sure everything is done by the book and you are covered. So why does this program exist? Why is it part of the Affordable Care Act? Well, there is a healthcare crisis in our country. 80% of all the costs for our healthcare system are from 20% of the people that have chronic diseases. Things like obesity that leads to heart disease and diabetes, alcoholism, addiction, smoking, mental health, depression, anxiety. All these things cause a huge strain on our medical system, our healthcare system. So Congress wanted to help people get access to wellness benefits, be more proactive with their health, hopefully be preventative before their problems lead to more chronic diseases and chronic problems later. That's why this is part of the Affordable Care Act, because in the long run, if people are healthier, it's going to actually save our healthcare system money. That's why it exists. So which employees qualify for this program? There are some specific requirements. They need to be full-time W-2 employees, and we quantify full-time as 30 or more hours per week on average. If they go a little bit below that sometimes, but if they're, averaging around 30 hours per week or more, then typically that will work as full-time. Also, we want employees that are typically going to be working at least a minimum of 4 consecutive months on average, if not longer. The longer they work consecutively, the better it is for them. But if they're coming and going every month or every 2 months, that doesn't really work. It's just too much work to enroll them and unenroll them. And they must be paying payroll taxes, all the stuff you pay for federal, state, Social Security, Medicare, that's called FICA payroll taxes. So if they have so many deductions that they don't pay really any payroll taxes, then there's really nothing for us to reallocate to pay for the program. So, they have to be paying enough payroll taxes to make this work. We will kind of get some employee data on your employees to see how much they're making, what are their W-4 deductions, stuff like that. And we can let you know which employees qualify and which ones don't. The ones that definitely do not qualify is if they are 1099 independent contractors, if they're temporary or seasonal workers, or if they can go like a month or two without getting paid, that type of job. That doesn't work for us. We need consistent employment and consistent pay to make this work. Also, if they're direct family members of the owner, like the owner themselves don't count as an employee, and if it's like a mom and pop shop where every employee is their kids or wife, those employees don't qualify as employees for the program. And also, yeah, they just have to be paying enough payroll taxes to be able to reallocate it. So those are the qualifications for which employees will qualify. So not every single employee at your organization may qualify, but the more that qualify, the better it is for them, the more better it is for you. So, what type of benefits do the employees get? I mentioned this before, but the main point of this is the wellness benefit. So, what are the wellness benefits exactly? The employees get access to telemedicine on their phone or on their computer, so they can talk to a doctor 24/7. There's never a copay. They can do it an unlimited number of times. So, they can talk to a doctor after work. I'm feeling sick. This is what I'm dealing with. Maybe the doctor can write a prescription. They can get help sooner and hopefully get healthier faster. They can talk to things like mental health that stop with quitting smoking, quitting alcohol. It could be some other addiction. It could be, hey, I'm having trouble with my weight. So they can put you on maybe possibly like an exercise program or talk to a nutritionist or lots of different things they can help. They can help you with billing advocacy if you have a hospital bill that you need help fighting. If you need some type of dental work, they can try to help find you a place to get it at a discount, things like that. So, lots of different services that the wellness provider offers, and to the employee and also their entire family. The spouse, the kids all get access to this wellness benefit as well. So, it's a great resource for them. And there's going to be some leftover payroll tax savings that we can use to apply for supplemental insurance benefits. So we can pay for things like disability insurance, life insurance, vision, dental. There's a lot of different options here. So I'll go over that in a little bit more detail later, but these are the type of benefits that you can get to your employees without having to come out of pocket for them. Not only do you not have to pay for them, but you'll be saving money at the same time. So it's an incredible program. Who is our wellness provider? We have partnered with Amaze Health, and they are the premier wellness provider in the United States. They just go above and beyond what the other competition does. They do everything they possibly can to help you become healthier mentally, physically. You can literally talk to a doctor in a couple seconds, 24/7. And remember, it's unlimited. You can do it as many times as you need to for both physical and mental health issues. There's never a copay. The entire family can get access to this. Let's say your kid is sick in the middle of the night, you need to talk to a doctor. Boom, they can call in a prescription and help you just basically take care of your family. And it's not just the physical stuff, the mental stuff. If you're dealing with addiction, depression, you can talk to counselors. If you're struggling with weight loss, they can help you with nutritionists, with weight loss programs, exercise programs. Even if you're having issues like, I heard a story about they had a client with a severe dental issue, and the dentist quoted them $5,000 to be able to fix it, and they didn't have the dental coverage. So Maze Health called around to local dental schools, found a dental school that would do it for $1,500 instead of $5,000. So they saved them a ton of money. There's just a lot of stories like that, a lot of testimonials. You can go to their website. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video so you can see all the different things that they do, the client testimonials. They are just an amazing company. It's an amazing resource for your employees to have that it will definitely help them become healthier and more productive at work. I want to talk a little bit more about the supplemental insurance benefits that your employees can get access to with this program. Now, the exact amount of leftover money that each employee will have to spend on insurance benefits is going to fluctuate. So, some employees might be able to only get like one, maybe two of these. Other employees may have more leftover money. They can get several of them or put more money into one of these. So, there's a lot of different things we can offer them, things like term or whole life insurance. I love our whole life insurance because that gains cash value. It's almost like a secondary retirement account for the employees. Plus, God forbid anything ever happens to the employee, they have the death benefit for the family or whoever. And also, if they ever get chronically ill, they can use the death benefit to pay for care. If they also wanted to do things like disability insurance, if they get hurt on the job, That way they can get some income for those times that they are missing work. You can do things like vision dental if your job doesn't cover that. So it just depends how much money is left over from the payroll tax savings and then what you currently offer your employees. We can kind of help fill in the gaps for what they're not getting. And it's just something that is very valuable to the employees to get this without having to come out of pocket to do it. So it's just an amazing program that I think your employees will be like, wow, we get this and I don't really have to pay for it. That is incredible. I want to talk a little bit more about the cost savings for the employer. So, what are the cost savings? Well, there's a couple different categories. There's some direct cost savings and some indirect cost savings. The direct cost savings are employer payroll taxes. This program will reduce your employer payroll taxes roughly by about $500 to $600 per employee per year. So you just multiply that by the number of employees that qualifies for your total savings for the year. But this program also reduces your gross payroll, and that is how your workers' comp insurance is calculated. So by reducing your gross payroll, we're also reducing your workers' comp insurance by roughly 10 to 30% per year. It's going to vary just depending on how many employees you have that qualify and how much it reduces your total gross payroll. But there's some indirect cost savings as well. Our benefits, the wellness benefits and insurance benefits are very valuable to your employees. So if we can help them get access to wellness benefits, which helps them be healthier, they're going to miss work less often. They don't have to miss a day of work to go see a doctor. They can talk to them on the phone. That'll make them miss less work. If they're healthier, they're going to miss less days of work. Also, some workers' comp insurance companies will offer discounts if your company offers wellness benefits to your employees. That can be another way that you save money on your workers' comp insurance. And also, our supplemental insurance benefits are also very valuable to the employees. So, if they're getting these benefits paid for through their job, that makes them less likely to want to leave and get another job. And that can reduce your employer turnover costs because replacing and training new employees can be very expensive. So, if you can reduce employee turnover costs, that's very valuable and actually saves you a lot of money. So, how does it work? How are we able to create payroll tax savings to pay for everything so that there's no net cost to the employee or the employer? This is an example of how we do it. In the blue column here, this is a standard employee paycheck. And then in the green column, this is the same paycheck with our strategy implemented. And to make things simple, this is an example of getting paid once per month. If they were getting paid, twice a month or four times a month, you just divide it up by the number of payrolls per month. So I just wanted to simplify it. So this is just a once a month paycheck. And you can see we use a 125 pre-tax deduction and then a 105 untaxed reimbursement. And these are just there really to offset each other, but it creates a lower amount of gross taxable wages. You can see how much lower this reduced the employee's taxable wages. So by doing that, it reduces the amount of payroll taxes that the employee pays. In this example, we reduced it by $288. So we use that payroll tax savings to pay for everything. Some of it goes to pay for the wellness benefits. There are a little bit of administrative fees that we take out of this, but then whatever money is left over, then it goes to pay for the supplemental insurance benefits. We call those flex insurance benefits. So that's how we're able to create payroll tax savings, and then it reduces their gross taxable income. And by doing that, that's also how it reduces your employer payroll taxes that you have to pay. And that's all. Remember, that's how they also calculate your workers' comp insurance. So by reducing the gross taxable wages, we're saving you money a couple different ways. So this is exactly how it works. This is all compliant with all IRS and federal and state tax laws. So it's 100% approved. We've never had any client have any issues, and we have hundreds of clients. Something else extremely important to know is I'm sure your employees would be worried, oh, is my pay going to go down from this? The answer is absolutely not. It will actually increase their pay somewhat. There's a couple different ways we can structure it, but we guarantee their pay will not go down. It will actually go up a little bit. So this is something where they can get benefits and their pay will be increased a little bit. Depending on how we set it up, it will fluctuate for how much their pay will go up. But if there's a way where you can save money, get your employees benefits, and it even actually increases their pay a little bit, that sounds like something that everyone can get on board with. And I'm sure your employees would love to get all this stuff and increase their pay. You can't go wrong. This is an example of a 14 employee client that we have, and we were able to save them $7,683 for an average of $548 per employee per year. So not every single one of their employees qualified. They ended up with 14 qualified employees, but they were able to save, $7,000 per year, and we reduced their gross payroll by 177,000. So I believe that their total gross payroll was around $1 million per year. So we reduced their total gross payroll by around 17% roughly. And that equate to, for them, I think about a 12-15% savings on the workers' comp insurance. So it is extremely beneficial to the employer. And then remember, there's some leftover money here that we do after they pay for the wellness benefits. This is like the different amounts that each employee was able to use that to apply towards their flex dollars, their flex insurance benefits. So every employee is going to get different amounts. So we can give them a menu of different insurance options to choose from, and they can apply their leftover dollars towards those benefits, whichever ones that they would like to choose that would benefit them the most for their situation. Something also important that you need to know is this does not require any changes to anything you currently have in place. You don't have to change payroll companies. You don't have to change workers' comp insurance companies. You don't have to change any kind of medical insurance or employee benefits. This is all in addition and supplemental to what you currently have. So it is very simple to implement. It is very easy. You don't have to change anything you currently have in place. It's very simple. What does the enrollment process look like? So it's actually pretty simple. The hardest part is we have to collect your employee data, but we can work with your payroll company or internal payroll service or software, whatever you have. We'll work directly with them to export your employee data. We just need some basic employee information like their name, their email, their phone number, the day they started working, their income information, their W-4 information, things like that. We can just export it from your payroll company, or if you have some kind of internal software, we can export it from that. Once we get that, we will create a proposal, submit it to you to show you how much that you can save. After that, if you like it, you would sign an agreement with us, and then we would implement our strategy. We would input the tax codes into your payroll system. Again, we can do that for you. And then basically everything, once it's set up, is on autopilot. So everything will just run every time you do a payroll. It'll all kind of happen automatically. At the end of the month, there will be an invoice that shows you everything that gets taken out of the employee's paycheck. But at the end of the day, after you process your payrolls, all the savings is basically just going to stay in your bank account. We're not going to You're not going to get your savings by us sending you a check later. It's basically every time you process a payroll, the savings will just stay in your bank account. So that's how the savings works. It's awesome. And then we'll email your employees. There'll be one email to sign up for the wellness benefits. There'll be another email to sign up for the insurance benefits. You just have to put out some kind of communication so that they are aware that they're being enrolled in this and then what to expect. After that, it's all automated. Everything is done automatically. The only thing you have to do is let us know if you ever hire an employee or fire an employee, because we either have to enroll them or unenroll them. And that's pretty much it. All that savings, every time we process a payroll, it just stays in your bank account. So you can divide up that total amount of savings by however many times you process payroll per year, and you can figure out how much you can save every time you process payroll. So we can help you figure out all those numbers. We really want to work with you to show you how much we can save you and how much we can help your employees get these extra benefits, which they will love. If you're ready to get started, or if you have more questions, I would love to talk to you. You can visit our website at payrolltaxadvantage.com. You can also email me, sales@payrolltaxadvantage.com, or you can call or text us at our toll-free number here, 844-209-2667. Also, in the description of this video, I'm going to have a link where you can schedule a Zoom meeting with me. So that always has my up-to-date availability on my calendar. So I would love to talk to you, give you more information, help you get enrolled, help you save money, help your employees get more benefits. Everybody wins. It's an outstanding program that literally no one knows about. That's why we're trying to bring it to the world, share it with you, and share it with all your employees. Thank you so much for watching. My name is David Bertao of Payroll Tax Advantage, and hopefully we can help you soon. Thank you.